football trophies are sacred. From spittoons to axes, symbols of animosity and history between two programs. And today, one of the more obscure trophies at stake for the hotly contested Illini. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Illini. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will put total weather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Illinois' offense will have the football first. Last time they squared off for the Illini, it was the Buckeyes taking a close one.
And the Buckeyes making the plays they needed to play late in the game. Listen, they got all this firepower. Just holding them down for a long enough time for Illinois is a job, is a task. They did a good job except for the finish last year.
Yeah, Ohio State's a team that oftentimes is looking at Michigan and Penn State and Michigan State. This is a game in the past they may be overlooking. You wonder if that was happening last year. At the end of the day, they got the W, but they've got to come into this one more focused.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking downfield, it's Newton. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. Get it to your running back and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time today. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss sweep right. Slithers into space. There he goes! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's complete on the right side. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illini, guys, is a giant wooden turret.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Lofts one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. Give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught near the sticks, it's Porter. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
And the catch him right into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The running back has it. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that...
He's loose on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
This rivalry more than a century old with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time, guys.
Just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll. downs. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's taking the shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the tailback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Newton. Flips it out in the flat. Turning it on! He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Illinois puts it in play from the red zone. They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Working that left side now. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, that last missed field goal is essentially a microcosm of the year it's been for this football team. Things just not going the right way on offense, on defense, and on special teams. Guys, it's just been that kind of year.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. He fires one deep down the right side.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. They'll run play action. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it along the sideline. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. The toss to the right. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good?
Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Looking to throw on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Wants to go up top. And his first pass is incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man downfield. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing in zone, I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Peoples. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too.
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Really nice job by the offense there, setting up the play-action pass. They ran the ball the last place, and the defense saw run action this time. A lot of guys bit downhill. The quarterback had a chance to find his target outside. He puts it up in the air. Receiver does his job. They connect for the long score.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Smith. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle, it's Dixon. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Fighting Illini with mere inches to gain on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Third down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level, not only picking up the first down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
Might as well give it to him again. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Unloads to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was good.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Illinois right back to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Looking for blocker. And the returner will be knocked down. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe
makes the grab deep. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot, and that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Lofts one deep down the right side. Catch inside the 25. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Illibuck is on the line, and already Ohio State and Illinois have given us some stirring moments. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Ohio State and Illinois plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Sends it back in motion. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Easy. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Sutton. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Toss to the left. Running into the open space. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're
going for it all. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. 1st down here for the offense. He'll take another shot here. Makes the grab at the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off, Palmer.
Yeah, you're right, David. This game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win, but you're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the 2nd half.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Illinois offense returns to the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback. Staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll try the outside to the left. Turning it on! They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying to get the corner. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth.